Is that really Stacey or is that her? I never know if it's really
I
her
think
or
it's
if it's the
supposed to be.
screen thing because yeah, I can't tell. I don't know. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, Louise.
Hi, Angela.
Hi,
Hi,
hi.
Stacey. Hi,
Welcome to your
Wendy.
final week, which is
Louise.
hi, Angela. Hello. Welcome to your final week, which is Archangel Metatron and your guardian angel. And we've got a beautiful session for you today. We have missed you all. Very sorry about last week. Really do apologize. I was not very well. Um, yeah, I wasn't very well at all, actually, to be fair. Like, I decided I was going to go on one night out on the Thursday to a psytrance night and then paid for it for a whole week because I got cold and it just wasn't fun. Anyway, you want to take look at that purple cardigan? Where's that come from?
Yeah. I
Guys,
got this after the Jeremiah thing. I thought, yeah, because Metatron isn't quite purple, but his colours are sort of dark pinky burgundy type.
we call that violet.
Violet. No, no. Is it
Magenta.
magenta? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So it's hard to find something that matches exactly. So I got the nearest I could possibly get, which is purple. So
Yeah, are we all feeling very angelic? Yay! I don't know what that means exactly, but
who knows? Yeah. So at least if you've been a bit behind, it might have given you a bit of a chance to catch up anyway. So it's lovely that we're on tonight.
Yeah, we
So
are sad it's our final one though.
yeah, but we are doing a bonus one, aren't
Yeah,
we?
we did not live. It will be a bonus workshop masterclass thing for you all. So that will be coming out. It won't be coming out next week. It will probably be the week after at the end of May, but we'll let you know like when that's ready. But you will be getting that as well. So yeah, you want to
Hand it over to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So it seems like ages and ages ago since we did the Wednesday thing, all about Metatron and the Guardian Angel. So I think it's probably best just for me as well to have a bit of a recap. So we'll just first of all, we're going to talk about Archangel Metatron a bit. So Metatron is prophet Enoch, who's written about in Old Testament and is quite famous, if you like, among scripture. So what I like best about this is his connection to the book of Raziel. I love that because as the prophet Enoch, when he was on earth, Raziel is said to have shared some knowledge from the book of Raziel and loaned it to Enoch for a while, and then Metatron and Enoch, or Enoch as Metatron later on added bits to it. So I thought I was really excited. And he's Sandalphon's brother. So they're said to be sort of twin souls kind of thing, which I don't fully understand, but yeah, they're twins. So Metatron is in charge of the Akashic records. So I talked about in the video how he knows exactly what our path is and where we are and where we should be and where we're heading to. So here with the guardian angel and with Archangel Michael are charged with making sure that in this lifetime that we fulfill it. But if it's written in the Akashic records, then we did fulfill it. So otherwise it wouldn't be written, which I find amazing. But unless it wouldn't have been written without their interference if we haven't already done it, if you get me. So it would have been sort of vanished out the Akashic records if we hadn't done it. But we did because it's there. So because Metatron knows what our path is, he's charged with helping us to have a spiritual awakening. So when we're ready, he will initiate this alongside your guardian angel with the permission of Archangel Michael and the divine, because we have a mission to fulfill. And it's lovely to, the reason I left Metatron to the end is so that we understand that we are here for a purpose and that we agreed to this before we came. So we were not chosen, we volunteered. So we had already reached a level where we had accomplished so much in all other past lifetimes. We'd already reached that level. We had got rid of most of our karmic situations and have only really to deal with what's going on in this lifetime. So we are already at a stage where we are ready to take on this work, but without Metatron's interference, if you like, we wouldn't be where we are. So after initiating a spiritual awakening, he will oversee to make sure that you stay on your path alongside your guardian angel and alongside Archangel Michael. They all work together. So it's interesting. I also find this a very interesting angel. So we talked a little bit about how Archangel Metatron can interfere in your life a little bit, really, and set up. They will look at what things are no longer serving you and make sure that they remove them from your life, or they set you up so that eventually you yourself will remove them. So things like relationships, even initiating a house move so you can be nearer where you're supposed to be. All kinds of things. Friends disappear, new friends appear. Family members may disappear, and new family members may suddenly start appearing again. But all those people who are there to help you to achieve your spiritual path will suddenly make their appearance to you, and those who no longer serve you, you will no longer want to basically have anything to do with them. So it seems harsh, but it doesn't happen overnight, nighttime. It happens over a long, long period of time. And we get lots and lots of upgrades as we're on the way. So what do you call them, Amy? I call them upgrades. So spiritual upgrades. Whenever a new wave of spiritual, it doesn't just happen to one of us singly. It happens to all of us again and again and again. We are given upgrades. So when we're going through this, they can feel uncomfortable in many different ways. But we're ready. As time goes on, we start to recognize this. Usually it can feel like a big dip or, sudden lot of craziness going on in your life. It can happen physically where you suddenly start having palpitations or headaches or dizziness, or there's all sorts of things going on. But then you overcome it, and your spirituality and your psychic gifts are suddenly heightened to a different level. And this is because we are going in and out of the fifth dimension. So this happens sometimes when we're awake, when we don't realize it. It can be momentarily. For us, it seems like that. And we've gone into the fifth dimension and suddenly arrived back. So it can actually feel like a second of confusion, or it can feel like deja vu, or it can feel like, oh, I felt like I suddenly left my body for a second there, or a moment of dizziness. But you will find that this does happen to you. Quite often it happens at night time. So you are off on your journey, getting your instructions, you're with the angels, getting your instructions and being taken on many journeys. It's my belief that when we're going on our journey, we are being taught, we are back in the angelic kingdom and we're being taught. We're learning things that we will not really understand while we're on earth at the moment, but we do understand them, our spirit understands them, but we cannot possibly understand them while we're here. But you will start to recognize that this has happened when you start to have sudden, they do seem like downloads. When you're starting to meditate and you're having lots of downloads, or you suddenly get the urge to write. This is because you've already learnt it and you're remembering it, or it's just happening there and then, you're being downloaded on. So this can become quite intense and will happen more and more and more in your life. So it is Metatron really working with you, because you are new to this. Even though you might be an old soul, this is new to you. A spiritual awakening as part of your life is new. The work that you're doing, for most of us, we weren't born doing this. For many of us, it's happened much later in our lives. So, but we are new to this. We are and we're not, because in some ways we may have done it before in a past life, but it's already there. Everything that we know is already there within us. We already have that knowledge, but we haven't used it yet in our lifetimes. But we have already accumulated in this lifetime an awful lot of wisdom, because you probably have found that, like with most spiritual people, that you haven't had it an easy ride. Most of us have not had it an easy time of it. And that is basically so that we can be a bit shaken up, but we learn, and we've become quite wise in the knowledge. We can really see through people. We can intuit it. Our intuition has grown and grown and grown, and our spiritual knowledge has grown and grown and grown. But this is only the beginning. We need to remember that there is so much more to come. And that's what this whole empowerment course has been about, really. This program has been all about you understanding that you have never been alone, never. The angels have been in your life from the day that you were born and way, way before, to prepare you, to get you ready, to look after you. So even though that the archangels may seem like they're new to you, they're not. You're just beginning now to understand that they've always been there. So as we've talked about their individual roles, and when you go back and watch again and understand, you will see that actually they have been there always, all the way through your life. And for me, that's extremely comforting. And I can look back on my life and think, yeah, I know what happened then. I recognize it now, and I only understand it now. But those moments will get clearer and clearer and clearer as you go along. So I don't want to tell you too many Metatron stories, but I've told some already about the television. I've done that when I don't want to go back and tell you the same stories, other than I know that Metatron is the one who is the mover and the shaker, is how I think of Metatron. Let's have. I don't want to miss anything out. So we've talked about the Akashic records. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the Merkaba. So the way I remember it is the Milky Bar. It's the only way I can remember it.
And every time you say that, it makes me want a Milky Bar.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Afraid of that, I couldn't. This is the Merkaba. So we talked a little bit on Wednesday about what that is, with its swirling masses. So when you go off on your little journeys during the day, which don't seem to take any time, or at night time, you are going off in your very own Merkaba. We all are said to have one, and we can travel very, very far in these. They are traveling machines, basically, aren't they? So I think of them as time machines and traveling machines, and we can get inside them. I often think when people have seen orbs, and some people have said that they've seen faces inside orbs, I often think that the orbs actually are a Merkaba. So if you've ever seen one, think of it that way, the way Wendy looked over there as if she'd seen one then.
I was just watching me, so I think it's me something. Yeah, it's like an orb actually, but it's some reflection. I was like, oh,
What is it?
Yeah, yeah.
So, you may or may not agree with that, but that's
the angels agree. I'm getting a buzzing in my ear. Like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Mom.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
They are Merkabas, and because they're said to suddenly, if they disappear, that the spirit will suddenly appear. They're said to be like the what happens
Yeah,
before
because
and
it's like, when you think about Metatron, I think you're definitely onto something here. Metatron is that they're the building blocks of life and of creation and of manifested physical form. So that would make perfect sense that the orbs are actually this shape, because and the way that they move and everything, it's like they move between the dimensions. So I see these. Can you all see this? Can you all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when I look at this, yeah, I can, it's like these kind of move, and these are what connects us into the different dimensions. So it's also said to be the soul blueprint, right? The blueprint of the soul. So if that's true, it's like each one, the overall thing is like our soul on many, many different levels, and it's connected into the many, many different dimensions. This is your soul multidimensionally. That's what it looks like. So it's like it's many different things. It's fascinating though, this shape. Absolutely fascinating. But yeah, I'm with you on that one, Mum. That's really good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't say these things off the cuff. Let's just put your laptop right a little bit. I don't say them off the cuff. This is many years of channeling and asking questions. The angels will tell me what they are. And they have actually said that, oh, that's what the Merkaba is. That's how we travel. That's how you travel. And
so when you're dreaming, you're actually getting about in your own little bubble.
Which is why sometimes it can feel like we're floating or we're moving. Yeah. You're dreaming that you're moving at the speed of light, and actually you are. So
yeah.
And this, believe it or not, can happen now in when you're awake, but it's so fast that you're not always aware. As I said, you may suddenly feel disorientated. So if you do go into a meditation, it's likely that is happening when you really go into a deep meditation. But it can happen from moment to moment, that you are literally going into fifth dimension and you're going elsewhere and traveling in your own little Merkaba. Love that. So I actually this week I went to I was invited to with my son to go and see a 4D Star Wars. As you may or may not know, I mean, I quite like Star Wars, so I was a bit apprehensive at first, but it was amazing. And Star Wars for me just reminds me of the universe. I mean, it's just I love it. The sword is Michael's sword, the lightsaber. So I even use the noise of it when I'm cutting energy. But when the chair was moving around, I couldn't stop giggling. It was a wonderful experience. But I did sort of think, this is how I imagine it to be in the Merkaba. Obviously not as bumpy, but that you would be traveling.
Are you wearing perfume? Because I'm really getting a strong sense of perfume right now. Have you got something on? No. Okay, so then it's the angels, because I'm really smelling perfume really strong, but it's not me. Like really strong.
No, I just smell natural. So yeah, that's probably confirmation again.
Yeah.
Because I always say to the angels, when I'm teaching about you and when I'm talking to spirit, may no untruths come out of my mouth at that time. But as I said, I've thought about this with the Merkaba for a while. So if you're not sure, ask the angels yourself to confirm it. Don't take my word for it. Ask them yourself. So lovely. So we talked about Metatron's very own cube, but apparently it's said to be, have a look in there. It's said to be used for healing, or is that another thing?
Yeah. It's used on many levels, so you can work with it for healing. Is it that one you want in?
Well, there's a few. So there's chakra clearing on that one. So we can visualize this when we're doing a healing, can't we?
Yeah, I can't see the other one.
No, it might just be that one.
Okay.
So yeah. So Metatron, apart from that, basically, has anyone got any questions around Metatron, or did you want to leave that another time?
No, you can ask questions if any of you've got any questions to ask. You can ask them in the chat as well if you want to. It's up to you as we're talking, and then we'll come back to them.
So the other thing he does is he works with sensitive children. So that would be, sometimes it's maybe what we would class as special needs children. And sometimes they're just like psychic children, sensitive in that way. So sensitive that they see, if your autistic children just see things very, very differently and communicate. Some don't communicate at all, but they are said to, well, I have experience with them because I've worked with them. They sometimes look as if they're seeing things that we can't see. So Metatron is there to watch over them. For me, their purpose is for healing, is their very presence on earth. That's all they needed to be here, is just for healing. They are healing the planet just by their very presence. But Metatron is there for children who are ADHD, Asperger's, children who are psychically sensitive, and for us, because if you look at your own childhood, many of us did not do well at school, did not make friends easily. And the reason why is because we were sensitive, and we were born sensitive. We were sensitive before we came, and we did not lose this hypersensitivity, which is what makes us healers, intuitives, psychics, mediums. Those are all our gifts. But when we were children, we were very much looked after. We've always been looked after by Metatron. Metatron has told me that we are still like children because there is an innocence about us. And if you think about your life hasn't been easy because of the innocence that you have, because people around you don't behave in a manner that you can understand. So I'm sure many of you relate to this. You cannot understand why people behave in the way that they do, because it's not within your abilities. It's not within what you know or understand. But we are all born sensitive. All of us light workers were born sensitive. And it's been hard for us, and may still be hard, because we could still find ourselves in situations that we don't quite know how to handle. But we have all the angelic help that we need. It is a lifetime of learning. So, but always remember that Metatron still sees us as children. We are still being watched over, and will always be watched over by all of the archangels. So I want to move on a little bit. So I just want you to think about your journey up to now as well. Because Metatron is there, once you've had your spiritual awakening, Metatron is there to empower you to move forward, to work with you, alongside you on your spiritual journey, and to help you to move forward. Metatron is the angel who will help you on your spiritual path now. He really is. For me, many of us see his colours a lot. The violets, the purples, the dark pinks. It's one of the colours that we all seem to see.
Is Metatron dark pink?
It's like a magenta, I suppose, like this kind of a colour, like purples and pinks and yeah. I was just wondering.
Can I just interrupt a minute? When I first came across Metatron, it was through Diana Cooper,
Yeah.
and she was going through the 12 5D chakras.
Yeah.
And Metatron was in charge of the Stellar Gateway, and his colours were golden orange. Now, interestingly enough, when I was at the embassy at Stockport, when I was in Trump, when they were talking about Metatron, this lady, and we were in a meditation, I went to see the colours, and she was saying about purple, and a few people said, no, I saw orange, or I saw gold, or gold and orange. And I didn't have the nerve to say, yes, I was very to say. that's what people said. So I was introduced to them. That's what I, with those colours, that's what I see. So, do you know what I mean? So, yeah,
Yeah,
so,
sometimes the angels do come through in a different color.
yeah,
What we perceive is different the way we perceive it. So even though, we're saying, oh, this is the color, this is the color, they can come through in different colors. So
yeah,
I wouldn't set a massive sight on them. That for me is an overall. That's like the most they might
yeah,
show themselves as, but it can come through as maybe green or another color.
Do you
yeah,
think, because this is what I'm also getting now while she's speaking, is that like when they come through with a certain color as well, it's because that color can also represent a message or an aspect. For
Oh, yeah.
example, the
yeah,
orange can be like, this is if it came through in a quantum regression, I would think, right, okay, well, what does that color mean? Do you know what I mean? So the orange is like, it's sacral chakra
Chakras, yeah.
healing. It could be that, but also can they also come through, just whilst I'm on this point, like with, and bring another archangel with them that's meant to heal with whatever that person needs at that time?
Absolutely, because I've paired them together. But when you really go into it, you can change it around. You can put 2 or 3 together, or you can put different ones together for different purposes. But all the archangels are there for your use. They're there for us to connect with. So the gold, as we know, could be Gabriel, it could be Uriel.
yeah,
So our name says it could be the sacral, but they will just show themselves. We just give the overall colors, the main color that they are known to come in as.
Yeah, they call them the color rays, the healing color rays, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you started to Google, what does Metatron mean? What does this? Many of the colors will come through differently.
yeah,
So, when I was doing my research, I thought, well, how do I see them? And I've always seen them in the colors that they're more known for.
yeah,
So I've stuck to that really. But you see, for me now, because I identify with them that way,
Yeah,
they will identify themselves
exactly.
that way to me.
Yeah.
yes,
So
that's
can be
why,
very individual.
yeah,
It can be,
Makes sense.
it's whatever you identify that angel with is the color they're going to show themselves to you.
So Archangel Ariel supposedly is pink and green, but I don't associate her with that. I've always seen her as yellow. And then when I was looking into it the other day, like one of her like lesser known colors apparently is yellow when she's working with abundance and the solar plexus. So that's what I mean about like they can actually come in with different ones, because I was like, no, she's yellow. She always comes in as yellow. And then I found it came up somewhere, and it's probably on Chat GPT or something. And it was like, yes, she comes in with yellow when you're talking about abundance. I was like, knew it. So trust yourself, like whatever you're getting. Just gonna plug the internet in if you wanna keep talking.
Okay. So I love Metatron. I've left him last because for me, I know that Metatron works with us now and will stay with us. They all do. But I've paired Metatron with the guardian angels because it is my purpose. I know one of my purposes, the angels have told me directly, that is to connect people to their own guardian angels. And once they are connected, they have told me that once people start talking to their angels, acknowledging them and listening to their guidance, the world will become a different place. So it's imperative that we have this relationship with our very own guardian angel. You may have more than one. So the guardian angel's colors are very, very personal. So usually the way we see them, where they've always been depicted, is usually white. So we usually see them as the standard, if you like, white angel, white wings, white robes. So they may appear that way to you because that's the easiest way that they can show themselves and for you to recognize what they are and who they are. But the truth is, they may look very different from that. Their colours can be all the colours of the rainbows. They can be really vibrant, they can be really soft, they can be speckled, they can be anything. They are very, very individual, the guardian angels. So we've got a picture up there, just a typical guardian angel that Jamie wants to show it. May have shown it on the video, I don't know. So that's just a beautiful image of a guardian angel that we can all, it's a traditional image for me, but I like it because maybe the girl's sick and the guardian angel's watching over, or maybe she's just soothing her in a dream. But it is a beautiful image.
It's like what I perceive them seeing us like their children, you know.
Yeah. So this one again, this image, you can hold that. This is a traditional image of the guardian angel, how we perceive them to be. And that one as well. So, but like I said, I have actually seen mine, and it was only the last 6 months that I began to understand. I've been asking for a long time. I want to see my guardian angel. I want to see him. So I've had knowledge that they were there. I've seen glimpses. I've seen the colours, and this particular evening, I had meditated, but I'd put the telly on and just come out of the meditation, and I was in a very relaxed state. And I had a voice that said, just turn your head. And I looked over, and there was a beautiful angel, dressed almost traditionally with white robes, but it was gold inlaid, like there was gold in the sachet. And they looked more yellow. So the guardian angel appeared more masculine. The robe was down to the feet. I don't think I've ever actually seen an angel's feet. It's a very strange thing. I don't think I've ever seen their feet. But the colour that was emanating from my guardian angel was like a golden yellow. And I thought, oh, I felt so wonderful, so peaceful, so happy, and just this knowledge that I knew that this was my guardian angel. And I thought, oh, isn't that strange? You know, that's my favourite colour is yellow and golden colours. And then I thought, do I like that colour because it's the colour of my guardian angel? Or does my guardian angel show themselves that way because I like yellow? So the chicken and the egg thing, but is there a connection? And the angel said, yes, there's a connection. So you have to think about the colours maybe that you feel more drawn to, and ask yourself, why are you drawn to that particular colour? This could well be the colour of your guardian angel, or the colour of their healing rays, or the colours that they associate or identify with. So it's interesting. So the only way, again, that you're going to find it out is to ask them and see if you get the same answer that I did. So I found that very entertaining. So of all the questions that I could have asked my guardian angel, that was the one I asked.
Nice.
But I do talk to my angel all the time. And one thing that we need to understand is, because the guardian angels know us, have been in this lifetime with us right from when we were conceived, but they were with us with every other lifetime as well. They're not new. And the periods when we haven't been on a lifetime, if you like, periods in between, they've been with us then. They're our best friends. We know them well. So they love us very dearly. They do have unconditional love. They don't have free will, but they do have very, very individual personalities. So mine, which I'm sure yours will be the same, because I've heard guardian angels laughing together. They laugh and enjoy company. I have seen people's guardian angels walking directly behind them and mimicking everything they do. So I don't know if they do this for humour. I think they do. So if you dance, the old guardian angel will be dancing behind you, Amy,
Do you not think though, 'cause like how I'm sort of like perceiving it, what they're sort of saying to me is that like as we're having this human experience, like they're experiencing it along with us, and that's why they do that, because they want to fully
enjoying it.
They want to fully understand though what it is that we're experiencing so that they can support us.
Yeah. But I know if you're at a party and there's other guardian angels there, those guardian angels will be watching you very, very closely, but they'll be chatting away to each other and mingling with each other as well.
I feel like they enforce the soul contracts though as well. You know, like when you're meant to meet someone and you've got to meet that person no matter what.
Because they know.
They go, right, is your one ready to meet? Right, it's time now. Do you know what I mean? Between themselves, they go, right, we're going to bring them together now. Do you know?
They do. They that's what I was getting at really, because they talk to each other.
Yeah.
But you know, they can talk to each other telepathically as well. They can just communicate with each other.
Yeah.
So an interesting thing for you to remember is you can ask someone else's you can ask your guardian angel to ask somebody else's guardian angel for healing or to join in a healing.
Do you know, like when you fancy someone though?
We can have a word with them.
You get your guardian angel to tell your guardian angel to like ask you out.
They can do, but if it's not, you know,
if it's not in your alignment, then it's not going to happen.
Well, it can still happen because there may be lessons. There'll be lessons for you to learn. So I think if you ask them to, they'll say sure, but they might also give you a warning.
Say, well, this one's not going to work out. Just let you know.
Oh well, just leave her. Let her try it out. She'll learn. So,
again.
How many times?
Exactly.
So but we can ask them to help us, very much so, to help us in all different aspects. And very often because they're angels, they also talk to all the archangels. They know them extremely well. So if without us knowing, if they feel that they need extra help or it's time to bring in one of the big guns, they will bring in an archangel as well, which is why they've been in and out of our lives as well. So they do talk regularly to the archangels. They are all part of the angelic kingdom. They know each other. They talk to each other. But if for specific purposes, sometimes you may not know if there's something going on in your life and when you feel low sometimes it's really hard to connect, really hard to pray, really hard to know which angel to turn to. So ask your guardian angel to bring in the appropriate archangel to help you. You can do that, and they will most certainly intervene, because there's many times when I think when you have a problem, sometimes you get confused feeling, don't you? You don't know which way to turn and you feel confused. That might be the time then to ask your guardian angel for help. And also if they can ask the archangels to help you as well. So it's interesting to remember that they have first access to the archangels. They know exactly what you need, and they may already have asked, but we need to ask for ourselves. It makes it powerful as well. But if we're not sure which one, we can ask our guardian angels for help. So I love them. I love all the angels, but my guardian angel is so special to me. So it's the first angel really that we need to build a relationship with, the very first angel. And then he asks because as I said, you may have more than one, is then ask the angels to help you to get to know the archangels as well. So it's not get to know the archangels and then get to know your guardian angel. It's very much you must get to know your guardian angel first. So I don't want to miss anything about. So just before I finish with the guardian angels, is the guardian angels are the ones really who are giving you most of the physical signs they have done it all through your life, and it might just be that you, most of the time, we haven't really acknowledged it because it's gone over our heads. We've not understood them. But it is your guardian angel who sends you feathers, coins, colours, sets up events for you to enjoy by talking to other guardian angels, as Amy said, getting, one thing I've done and do quite often really is if I do feel low and I feel like I'm not enjoying anything, is I'll ask my guardian angel to set up a surprise for me that I will enjoy.
I like that.
It's just something enjoyable for me. And the guardian angel will bring in Jophiel and the other archangels, but the guardian angel will help you with anything. If you never speak to your guardian angel, they'll still work on your behalf, but they can't intervene as much. It's when you start to work with your guardian angel and talk to them on a daily basis. It's like turning on the magic button. It really is. It's like an activation. Just by beginning to talk to them and asking them for protection, it is, and asking them to be in your life, it activates everything. So they are the ones who will set most of the synchronicities. So yes, we've talked about, each individual angel number. So I forgot to say, what was Metatron's number? Let me have a look again. I've forgotten. Metatron's number is said to be 11 or 12. So the guardian angels numbers are basically all numbers, all synchronicities. So 111, 222, 333, 444, or anything that's in a synchronicity can be set up by your guardian angel. And they will do this through other guardian angels, through many, many different angels. That's how it's done. So have I told them the story of the knock on the car door?
Yeah, I think you did that. Well, I don't know because I've heard it that many times that I can't remember when you told it or not.
Shall I tell it again, just to be on the safe side?
I don't know because, if they've heard it before, do you want it? Has my mum told the story of the car door before to you? No, okay.
No.
Tell it.
Well, it's one of my favourites. So this was the time when somebody that I loved very much had passed, called David. And I want to go through what happened, but he passed very suddenly, and it was one of those unrequited love sort of situations. So when he passed, I was still very much in love with him. So at the time when you're really grieving and you're not in a couple, one of the worst things you want is for your best friend to say, oh, I'm having a music night, with me and my partner. And we're bringing other people with their partners, and you're aware that you're the only single person there and you really don't want to go. So I had a voice in my head when she invited me saying, you must go. So I agreed to go. So I remember asking my guardian angel to ask David if he would come in spirit. So, and I knew just by activating that he was going to be there. He'd already shown himself. He had appeared to me. I'd seen him, his ghost, if you like, or his spirit. I'd actually physically seen him. He appeared at the end of my bed. So I was still feeling that love and that connection to him. So on the night of this music party, my friend Kathleen, who was a bit scatty, appeared. And I was still saying, where are you, David? Where are you? I haven't seen you yet. Please come with me. I can't get through this. So we got in the car, and because she's a scatty mare, she'd forgotten nearly everything, and we had to call in at Tesco's and get cream or whatever it was. So she got out the car, and within about 30 seconds of her leaving, I was turning this, sort of looking that way, and on the car window, I heard 3 knocks. So I turned round, and there was David on the other side of the car door, dressed in a tuxedo, which, believe me, he would never dress up for anything. And I sort of jumped, and he said, roll the window down. So I rolled the window down, and then he said, open the door. So I opened the door and I felt this whoosh, and he got in the car through the front seat into the back and sat in the back. So I'm sort of turning, looking at him, and I closed the door again. And just as I'm looking at him with my mouth, my chin, like, what's going on? I heard 3 knocks on the car window again. So I turned round, and there was my daughter, Natalie. And she said, roll the window down. So I did. And then she said, no, I'll open the door. So I opened the door, and she said, where are you going? And I thought, but that's what David's just done. He's there behind. So I was really feeling confused. And then I told her what was happening, and I didn't tell her what had just happened with David. Then I closed the door, and then my friend got back in the car, and she looked at me and said, you look like you've just seen a ghost. And I said, well, I have. So I told her what had happened. So we set off driving, and she was speechless and I was speechless. So she just said, that's because I told her what Natalie done, but she got used to me having all these strange things, but she was trying to process it, and so was I. So my mind was working 10 to the dozen, and I'm asking my guardian angel, how does this happen? How did David know that Natalie was about to do that? So he can time travel, or was Natalie made to do that because David just done it? So I've got all these questions going around in the head, and then I thought, well, when you think about it and rationalize it, he must have seen what she was about to do, because she'd pulled up in the car park, wondered why I was there, wanted to know where I was going. So for me, the guardian angels, it wasn't that way around. It was literally that they had seen what was about to happen, and David obviously did the same. So I call him Doctor Who, because I've worked out now that there's a bit of time traveling going on now.
Do you also think that, because what I'm getting is from this is that also David was confirming that he's there with you in the physical, because he showed you the spiritual, like he showed you it first, and then Natalie presented you with the physical embodiment of that. So he was also saying, I am here, this is real, because of the 3 knots as well.
Yeah, well, the 3 for me, the 3, it always is set up by the angels. Remember, we've talked about this with every time, is whenever you receive 3, it's set up by the angels.
Yeah.
So definitely. The 3 meant lots of things. So my head was, as Amy said, that isn't something that has occurred to me, but I think you're right. Yeah. So I went to this party knowing that he was there, and he stayed with me the whole time. And I don't know, I'm not one for frivolity, and they had feather boas, and they were dancing around with these feather boas, and I just thought it was a bit strange. So I got hold of one, but David had one and was mimicking me in spirit. He had hold of one in spirit and was doing it, and he was stood behind Kathleen taking the mickey out with her as well.
Yeah, exactly, Stacey. So Stacey's saying, I think they can see all the timelines, and use it as confirmation to verify the experience.
Yeah, that's exactly
and
it.
These are all the timelines, you see. Like, do you know, like I was saying, it's like this is the connection outside of time and space, like as we know it, so to speak. So love it. Yeah, I agree.
So from that, you might say, this is impossible. It's absolutely impossible. So I have a friend, another story, a very quick one, and then I'll hand it over to Amy. Is her husband passed, and she had seen him in the physical. He'd appeared at the end of a bed and was very much making his presence felt in the house, and had done she'd met somebody else, she'd married somebody else, but her husband was still appearing in the house. So there was all sorts of activity going on in Kate's house. And before this, she's a lot older than me, so now she's probably coming up to her mid-80s, but at the time she was maybe more my age. I wasn't going through a spiritual awakening when I knew her years ago, but I had begun to go through a spiritual awakening, and I went round to see her, and we were sat having tea on a little, a cup of tea on a china saucer in a china plate, and we were going through this conversation, and she said, I levitated last night. And I was holding this cup, and I went, did you? And she said, yeah, David saw it. David was her husband, a new partner. And I said, and my question, because this spiritual thing was so magical in my life, that
it was like new then, wasn't it? Quite new.
Yeah, it was new, but I believed it instantly, and I knew that what she was saying was right. And she said, yeah, David saw me. And my question to her was, how high did you get?
How far?
How far did you
Like
get?
it was every day.
Yeah, she'd been lying on the couch, and she literally levitated about 3 foot into the air, or 2 foot, I think David said. Her husband David, not my David. So everything that was impossible had become normal to us. Otherwise, that 10 years previously, that cup would have gone flying, and I'd have been out that house. I'd have rang the doctor and said, Kate's having a breakdown, can you come and collect her? But because everything had become magical, I just, oh really? How far did you get? And then I said to David, what did you do? And he said, yeah, I did see it. He said, oh, I just put my hand on top of her and just sort of gently put her down again. And then I said to Kate, well, how did you feel? And she said, oh, I was just connecting with the angels, and I was having a dream about the angels, and I just felt myself float up a bit.
Why did he put her down? I was confused. Like, can you not?
Well, no, it was a bit scared, to be honest, but everything. So Kate came around to me, and she said, you know what, Claire? She said,
the signal went off for a minute. Then I think it's confirmation. Is it all right now? No, is it okay now?
Yeah, it did go.
Yeah, I think that's confirmation. It's been fine. It's been completely fine.
So those two experiences for me, Kate said something which had stayed with me forever, and I thought it was amazing. She said, when you experience the impossible, you start to realize that anything is possible. And I thought that anything is possible because you've experienced the impossible. So many of us can agree with that. So always keep that in your mind. When you realize that you can experience the impossible, then you realize also at the same time that anything is possible. There are infinite possibilities, and life is magical. And I think through the angels, that's what we both have come to learn, that anything is possible.
Yeah.
So on your journey, you can do anything. Just ask the angels and start to look for the magic, start to look for infinite possibilities, but you must ask your guardian angels and connect with them. Yeah. So I'm going to turn it over to Amy. So if you've got any questions about either, fire them at them. We'd love questions about any of the archangels. You're in the group. We'll always have time for you, and we'll always answer the questions.
I feel like that interference was actually Kate then,
She's not dead,
Well, I feel like it was Kate's guardian angel. I can't believe she's not dead. She's like well old.
Oh, she's lovely, Kate. I get Christmas card for every year. It's probably David.
Yes.
David wants it. Oh. Just been talking about him. It's going to be him.
Or the angels, probably the angels, isn't it?
It'll be all of them.
Yeah, that's and the thing is plugged in, like as well. The like plugged in.
Extension.
So it shouldn't even be doing that. So
there you
go. Interference, isn't it? Right. Okay, everyone, get comfy, get laying down for your journey. I'm just gonna have a little stretch for a second while you're doing that. Okay, so everyone's lying down in a comfortable position. And you're just starting to bring awareness to your breath, allowing yourself to tune in, allowing yourself to be present. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. Just allowing yourself to slip deeper and deeper and further into relaxation. So we're going to start, as always, with some guided relaxation, some progressive relaxation of all of the muscles in your body. So just bringing your awareness to the top of your head, the muscles there, and feeling them filled with light. And this light is relaxing your crown muscles. And this light is now traveling down each muscle group. So traveling down to your forehead, and the back of your head, and your eyebrows, and your nose, and your mouth, and your jaw, and your tongue, and the back of your head. And just feeling your breathing slowing as we go. Now bringing your awareness, bringing the relaxation to your neck, to your shoulders, bringing the relaxation down into your arms, your hands, your fingers, and your fingernails. Now bringing the relaxation into your chest, your stomach, your back, and feeling yourself completely relaxed on all levels. Feeling the relaxation, moving into your pelvis, your hips, into your legs. With every breath, becoming more and more relaxed. And then feeling your knees relax, the back of your knees, your shins, your ankles, and your feet, and your toes, and your toenails. Feeling your whole body completely relaxed. And now we're just going to call in Archangel Michael to protect this space, protect this session, protect this journey in all dimensions. For anyone watching this after, we're going to call in the different archangels you have been working with, just feeling them, feeling their energy coming closer now. And now feeling your consciousness rising up out of your body towards the ceiling or above you. Now calling in the support of Archangel Metatron and your guardian angel today. And you are now passing through a portal. This time, you see Metatron's sacred geometry surrounding you and enveloping you. You also feel the loving presence of your guardian angel and their beautiful, reassuring golden codes that light up in the most incredible harmonic frequencies. And there are beautiful, blissful, wonderful colors everywhere. Sha'ia stia kaya natia sha'ia ko antia shi'i. Iantia shuana sia kai tia ko ea. Kia tia kai sha'ia i. Kia tia kai sha'ia sikianta. Sikianta ma'ai kia sha'ia rayawa tia si. Personaya kama ia. Asuaya tia nakayashin. Kia sha'ia kia. Hakona ianaki. Kia ma'ayasta kia na tia na ia. You now find yourself on the other side of the Archangel portal. And you are walking through the Archangel Training Temple in a wonderful corridor leading to the main hall. As you walk through this corridor, you see on the walls the images and the codes for the different archangels that you have worked with. Each one of these images is reactivating your remembrance of this journey today. And as we walk, we will go through each one of the archangels. The first archangel is Archangel Michael with his royal blue healing ray and light codes of strength and protection. Next, we come to Archangel Raguel's sky blue healing ray and light codes of justice and harmony. Then we come to Archangel Gabriel's copper healing ray and light codes of empowered communication and purity. And then we come to Archangel Sandalphon's turquoise healing ray and light codes of prayer and harmonic musical frequencies. Then we come to Archangel Azrael's creamy white healing ray and light codes of comfort and transition. Next is Archangel Jeremiah's purple healing ray and light codes of mercy, personal growth, and life lessons. Then we have Archangel Jophiel's fuchsia and gold ray and light codes of beautification and positive transformation. Then we have Archangel Zadkiel's violet ray and light codes of unconditional self-love and self-forgiveness. And then Archangel Raphael's green healing ray and light codes of healing on all levels. And then we come to Archangel Camuel's pink and pale green healing ray and light codes of inner peace and relationship harmony. And then we come to Archangel Haniel's pale blue healing ray and light codes of inner wisdom and trusting in your clairvoyance and psychic gifts. Then we have Archangel Uriel's golden healing ray and light codes of wisdom and divine ideas. And then we have Archangel Ariel's pink and green healing ray and light codes of courage, strength, and connection with the natural world. And then we have Archangel Ratziel's rainbow healing ray and light codes of manifestation and spiritual alchemy. Whilst in this place, in this corridor, you feel a sense of gratitude for yourself, for taking this journey and accomplishment. You feel a sense of achievement and you know that you are in the right place. You start to feel the energy and the power and the peace of this place. You now come to the end of this corridor and you find yourself in the main hall, where there is a huge table with chairs around it, where all of the archangels that you have worked with on this journey are sat. Take a moment now to have a look or to sense what else is there in the Archangel Training Temple. Let me know out loud. You now see Archangel Metatron. He stood behind one of the chairs. We're going to now do a body scan of Archangel Metatron. So just noticing where his feet are or would be. What can you sense there? And then working your way up his being, his legs, his torso, his arms, his face, his hair like, his wings. What is his facial expression like? I will give you a few moments to answer this and just to be with Archangel Metatron. How does it feel to be in the presence of Archangel Metatron? Archangel Metatron has a message for you today. What is that message? Archangel Metatron takes a seat at the top of the table and he beckons you to sit down with him now, with all of the other archangels. You are being given an activation of your path and purpose today. Over the past few weeks, you have received many upgrades, and it is now time to activate your divine design blueprint for your life. You see Archangel Metatron showing you his cube, the geometric shape. He shows you that this divine design of this cube is already within you. It is a blueprint of your soul and the geometry of the source flowing through you. This is now being activated to align you to your highest path. Your path of love, joy, peace, prosperity, and purpose. Feel and see Archangel Metatron's codes activating you now. Know that you are being encoded with the power of working with Archangel Metatron. Inikiana shahianakia she inikia shanati. Shanakia tanesha eakapo eishi. Kiki asya ish ish ush ush ish 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 ish. Sha istikia she inna. Shinini asha enesha e. Sha iastakia kara nia shahana sha ian. Nina ia shana kote sha amakia e. Kiki asha akaishta istikia shokea. Shukia she isikia sakia, shukia ka eshe ishe inikia, kina ina kia sha aku, kima ayasha anashahia, kia sukayashe, she isikia shuke, shikia shukanaishe. This activation now clears away any procrastination or anything that isn't serving you on your path any longer. It is activating your work as an archangel healer and an archangel activator, whatever that looks like for you. Know that in the coming days, weeks, and months, there are going to be many upgrades for you, and that there is going to be much beauty and things are going to start to align in the most wonderful and miraculous of ways. Archangel Metatron now sits at the head of the Archangel table, and above him you can see beautiful shapes and symbols. You are now being shown the different timelines of your purpose as you live your spiritual and healing work in all of the potential wonderful ways that are aligned to you. Notice the different scenes and situations as they present themselves to you within these shapes, within the geometry. See how powerful you are and see the different stages of your journey. Know that there are new horizons, new adventures, and new levels of prosperity and abundance coming towards you because you have chosen this path. Now, fully aligning, integrating, and attuning you to this path. Yesia kia tia sha isiki kia sakiam. Yesi kia tia kia stukai. Stukai kia sakiana. Stukai kia stia kia tiana kia tia e. Kima tia kotara sha ene. Enetia sokana shokamaya tiana koana. Kiana kia sikia sukaya sha e. Sikiana kai sha ene tiana kai sakia tia ka e. Kia lara ni asta ia mahia tia shei. Si kana kia tia shukia stekia e. Ne nane ya sakia matia cha e. Na mana hasha anatia stakia tia kukare ya e. Ia na tia sha e tia stakia tia na e e. Ia na ia na ia tiki ne shuka tia ka ema tia ia. Kukia sha i tia ki. Kia stakia ste e shikitia e tia kuana. Kumai tia shukia e inne kia sta e anatia sukanasti e nakia e. Just taking a moment just to breathe in and out. And now behind you, you feel that there is another being, but not just any being. You sense the presence more fully than you ever have before of your guardian angel. You turn around to face your guardian angel. Now going to do a body scan, like with the archangels of your guardian angel. So focusing on where their feet are or would be first of all, and working your way up. So moving up to their legs, where the legs would be, their hips, and their torso, and their shoulders, and their arms, their hands. Are they wearing any garments? Is their face like? Describing their features, their hair, and their wings. I will give you a couple of minutes just to be with your guardian angel and to describe them. There is a beautiful link from your heart to your guardian angel's heart. And you feel this immense love that has spanned the ages. This love can never be taken from you and is always there because they are always with you. Your guardian angel has traveled the multiverse and aeons with you as they have been on this journey. And it will be your guardian angel who will take you on your journey back home to become fully one with the source one day, the creator of all that there is. Your guardian angel knows everything that you have been through in every incarnation. And they know everything that you are going through currently. Your guardian angel stares into your eyes now and wraps their wings around you. Feel their beautiful love enveloping you in the most wonderful hug, the most wonderful golden hug that you've ever experienced now. When you recognize that you are loved on this level, nothing feels impossible. You know that you are protected and guided on your path. When you choose love for yourself, your guardian angel can speak to you more clearly and activate the timelines of love in your life. They help you to remember that you are loved in human form and to feel the immense love and compassion for yourself. What is your guardian angel saying to you now? Is their message for you? It is important that you speak to your guardian angel often. This is only the beginning. Your guardian angel is now showing you what you truly look like as a soul to the angels. So you are looking at your soul as if you were them. Your soul looks perfect in every way. You are like a perfect child that can do no wrong. And they are showing you your divine perfection. They are showing you how they see you. And you are far more beautiful than anything you could ever possibly imagine. Your guardian angel is the closest being to you, and through which Source's loving compassion and protection is channeled to you. Your guardian angel is always communicating with the archangels. Your guardian angel knows which archangel is best for you to work with in any moment. So if you are not sure, you can ask your guardian angel. Your guardian angel is now sending you some healing codes for transforming and up-leveling your whole life and activating a deeper awareness and deeper connection with them. Sia tia shahana kia staki kia stakia ma'am. Umaya tia shei. Set et ia sakai shakikeya. Ke atia saan atia en. Ne kia tia sha'ening. Naya nahasiki matia shaiki nakiata kia e. Ka etia ka asta. Ki etia ka asta kea nashehe. Kea naha shanatia mae. Maaya mahakotea e. Kia nahasana sheea. Amayati kikia naka. Kaya sekia na atia na kiatia e. The archangels and your guardian angel are celebrating your journey, and they want you to celebrate along with them. Feel their love and their excitement for you as you take the next step on your journey. Now finding yourself merging with your guardian angel. Each and every one of the archangels steps before you and sends their love, their healing light, and their codes into you. Know that you have been on this journey at exactly the right time, at exactly the right moment, and in the most perfect way. You are going to do many things with what you have learned here and the wisdom that you have remembered. And the archangels will guide you in the perfect moments for what needs to be done next. The archangels and your guardian angel are letting you know that everything is perfect and that everything is happening in divine timing in the most perfect way. Allow yourself to feel the gratitude for yourself, for the journey that you have been on these past few weeks. Know that you are divinely loved and that this was exactly right for you. And now with clarity in your step, freedom on your pathway, and empowerment in your purpose work, and full trust in yourself, your gifts and your angels, knowing you have been fully activated, it's time to leave this space. Archangel Metatron guides you into a beautiful portal of light for the final time during this journey in the Archangel Activation Temple. Your archangels send gratitude, blessings, and thanks down this portal and into your life. Hai kia tia shahesi shaesi kia tia nae. Ya kia natia kutana shaen. Oanai sanati shamati sakia tupuanati. Naita iatia kutana shaeki mae. Kolati ma ene ki esta ianaki. Kaina ianakiam. Naharayanasta Shanakieta Nashuanatia Mai. Makuanai si ti ki etia kanai. Neana iasiahe. Naukone. Ima ina inekian. Now you come to the other side of this portal, which closes behind you. You start to float down now, back into your physical being, merging fully, integrating fully back with your body, your consciousness facing forward, anchoring all this light and all this love back into your physical being, grounding you into the earth so that you can go forward and be the channel of light in your everyday life, bringing love, light, illumination, and angelic wisdom and healing to all. And now, sensing your root chakra, bringing your awareness there, sending energetic roots all the way into the earth, anchoring you in, allowing you to ground from this wonderful journey that you have taken part in these last few weeks. Sending any excess energy there so that you can sleep well or get on with your day, whichever. Asking Archangel Michael now to close down any doorways which may have been opened. And just starting to bring your awareness back to your being while giving thanks to yourself and thanks to your archangels and guardian angel for this journey. Okay, in your own time, when you're ready, opening your eyes, coming back into space. And then in your own time, just sitting up and having a drink of water. And we're just gonna, as always, just give you a few minutes just to write down anything that just comes to mind from your journey. I'm just gonna stand up for a minute and have a look. Oh, Angela, that was fantastic and beautiful. Have to go now. I will post in the group. Yes, please post in the group, Angela. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming. Oh, she's gone. Bye, Angela. Whenever anyone else is ready, if you want to share, yeah, either by writing your experience or speaking when you are ready. Wendy's frantically writing away there. Louise, that was so beautiful and such a lovely way to finish this journey. Yay, with the archangels, but also knowing it's just the beginning. I feel very emotional. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, like it's a beginning. You know, it came through that you're all archangel activators. So you are here to do this work to activate other people into their awareness of their angels and active and archangels, whatever that looks like in you know, whatever way for you, whether that's like telling them about it, or you know, as people ask you to, or sharing about it, your own story, or just through your energy, you know. Do you want to add anything to that?
Do you mean to the journey in general?
Yeah.
Meditation.
Yeah.
Just it has been magical,
Yeah.
because I feel, can you just turn it a bit this
Yeah.
way?
Yeah.
That's better.
Mm-hmm.
So for Amy and I ourselves, we've been on this journey with you. I feel like so much has happened in the last couple of months, really, where we've been talking to you and putting things together, and I've never felt so connected, and I've never had so many downloads as I've had, absolutely bombarded into me these last few weeks. So we know that this is exactly what we're supposed to be doing, but you know, that means that it's exactly right that you should be with us on this journey. It's exactly right for you. So it is, I like the way you said it, it is just the beginning. It is just the beginning. And I feel like it is, oddly enough, it is just the beginning for us as well. That's what the angels always say. There's so much more to come.
Yeah.
But it is important now that the work that you've started does continue.
Yeah.
And that, you know, hopefully we have connected you to the archangels, and that you feel closer to them, as you know, that's the whole purpose of it. So we hope that we have achieved that. But obviously it's up to yourselves to go out and find the angels yourselves as well. So we're just imparting what, you know, what knowledge that we have. But we do, all we can do with is testify to you that life will change. Once you bring the angels in, your life will change.
Yeah. Right, I'm just going to read what Stacey's, but Stacey, sorry I didn't get anything from this meditation. No need to apologize. I just couldn't feel into it. However, Stacey went somewhere else. I kept being shown Egyptian pyramids and human beings with blue blood. That's where you were meant to go. You were not meant to go to the same place. So you did get a lot, actually. You were meant to go here with these Egyptian pyramid beings. So the images were whizzing past too fast and made me feel disoriented. Right, okay. So you went somewhere else, which is where this journey has been leading you to go. Okay, it's important. And it sounds like what has happened in this pyramid is you've received a lot of downloads and activations from these particular beings that you're meant to work with. So what I would do is I would be revisiting this pyramid in your meditation state and asking for more information about this. And you can also, I love the way you put I didn't get anything and then you got all this. It always makes me laugh when people say this. I also saw a blue spiral of light whiz forward. Yes. And the spiral turned into a dragon. Amazing. A man's hand, like God or Zeus, grabbed this pale blue light of dragon and then turned it into an ace of wands and then into a fire torch. You're being given a shitload of symbolism there, right? So all of that stuff is really, really powerful. And this is the type of stuff that comes through, like in my quantum regressions, right? So it's like you've got to look at what's the symbolism behind all of that. So you've just been shown your dragon guide for one. Okay. So that's a being that you're meant to work with. Because it's come through in an angelic portal, you can trust that it's still working with the archangels. But what they're showing you is to work with all of this, right? And then it turned into an ace of wands, then into a fire torch. So what do the ace of wands? So for me, that's like, that's power, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You're being given.
I'll show you what the ace of wands means. If you give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you probably know that one better than me.
I'll give you the image.
Well, whenever fire comes up, it's about transformation and alchemization. Passion and inspiration, Louise. Yeah, you're the tarot person.
Yeah, I'll just find it for you, just so we can get the image of it. So I am looking for the original Ace of Wands. It's actually it's great. Take a while. There's 78 of them, and they're not in order.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Blue spiral of light. Yeah, that's like it's like a portal. I work with that blue spiral quite a lot. Might not be the same one, but I work with a blue spiral. Right, have you got it? Yeah.
So, Ace of Wands. Can you see it, or is the light on it? Is it coming up all right, Amy?
Isn't it new beginnings? Do you think it's new beginnings?
Right, it kind of is, but actually, if you look at the wand very closely, I hope you can see it in the light. If you look at the wand very closely, you can see all the little seeds coming off it. So that basically means that you've sown the seeds. You've sown the seeds, and everything that you've done up to now is coming into fruition. That's what it means.
Okay.
So that's kind of amazing when you think of it in terms of this. So you've sown the seeds now, and it basically means that everything will start to grow from now on. So yeah, it's a beautiful card. The aces always represent the hand of God.
Okay, is that what it means?
Yeah, they always represent the hand of God.
Right. I don't know the card, you see. I don't really work with them.
Yeah, God's hand, like miracles. I mean, in other words, you've done your work, and now it's time for us to do ours.
Amazing.
So yeah,
amazing.
Everything will come to pass.
Okay, Wendy, what did you get? I'll come off mute.
Hello.
Hello.
There was two main things out of it. Out of Metatron, I got a message like that. Because I was just writing as I was lay here, really. I just got like, use your gift and you are stronger, but you're not lost anymore. Because I felt lost for quite a long time, really. And then on my guardian angel, the message was, your gentleness is not a weakness, it's actually your strength and your confidence. Yeah, that's massive, that. So, wow, yeah, amazing.
Wow. Beautiful. What did your guardian angel look like? Do you remember? Did you see them?
I did. I found it a bit hard. I found it a bit hard to see my God, and I've been trying to do that for a bit, but I've just found it a little bit hard. But the more I lay here, I could see like it was just wearing purple, and I don't know why I found it hard to. And I've actually wrote here. What have I wrote? Something like, I've wrote, my soul looked like a star shape, which I've never seen that before, like a star shape. But yeah, when you said that, what's your soul? Yeah, that. But I've been finding it quite hard to feel my guardian angel, because I've been trying before a little bit and things. And I've just
lots of people find it hard.
Where have you gone? But yeah, that was amazing, that. But I could see the wings, and it was like, I could see, I'm saying they were like fairy wings though, but then kept changing to more of a, like, I think that was a gentleness thing. That's your gentleness, but also there's a strength, because I could see like stronger looking wings, but even the gentle wings were still strong. Yeah, it was sort of like that, really.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So Louise says, mine was a man in his 20s and 30s, barefoot, white jeans and shirt, blonde hair. I kept getting the name Daniel White Wings. I love that yours has been shown like as a really kind of like normal dude. Like, was he fit? He sounds like he was. Yeah, yes, he was. That's funny.
I think he sounds to me like he showed himself just exactly as you wanted him to be.
That's hilarious. Okay, right. Beautiful. It's been such a beautiful journey. So just before you go, I just want to let you know a couple of things. So there are a couple of other ways that you can work with us. The first thing is I've got a free light language activation course coming up in my Facebook group, the Soul Work Success Facebook group, next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 7. And it's going to be about 7 till maybe about 7:30, so 7 till 7:30 each night if you want to do that. The activations are going to be, you'll be able to have the replays up until the following Monday. There's going to be a shitload of information. Well, it's not going to be information. You're going to be activated by the end of it. Yes, I've seen that. Yay, I will be joining live when I can. Yes, that's on Facebook Live. I am relaunching my membership at the moment, which is going to be called the Channeling Activation Academy. So look out for that. It's going to be absolutely epic. That the information for that is going to be in the Facebook group, and it's going to be on email as well. I am also going to be launching like a 6-week one-to-one package thing coming out soon if you want to develop this further and like explore quantum healing, regression, and all that stuff. I'm going to tailor it intuitively to each person. What are you doing?
Right. Yes, I'm doing readings. Yes, I'm doing healings. But Wendy, you've done part of my Rider Waite course, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I teach mediumship and tarot. So it's teaching you basically about how to channel, but also how to work with the original tarot card deck.
Yeah.
So it is in 2 parts, really. So the beginners just takes you through each individual card and roughly outlines the meaning. The second level that I've developed is more about really going into the symbolism side, so that you understand, so that you can look at all the symbolism within the cards and start to then understand the meaning even better, because each one has symbolism in it.
Yeah.
So once you've learnt the symbolism in all the cards, you can put the story together better. And once you've done that, you can also begin to read other cards, because all other tarot cards are novelty cards, which are taken basically from these. So I do teach mediumship and tarot. But also I am still going to be doing the angelic Reiki attunement, if anybody wanted to do that.
The next one is in October 17th and 18th and 19th. That's the definite last one we're doing this year.
Yeah. I am hoping to do level 3 and 4 for those, for people as well, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'd like to do that this year.
Also, we have got something really exciting coming up. We're going to be starting to run our own ceremonies, which are going to be Archangel activation ceremonies. So each one is going to be about 3 hours long. So these are in-person ones with the bowls. It's going to be like a whole journey. There's going to be a bit of like singing and probably a bit of dancing as well, because it's me. So there's going to be all the things. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be in person. It's going to be light language activation and all that. So they're coming out a little bit further on in a few months. Have you got anything else as well, Mum?
There's always something, but right now my mind's gone. But because we're doing this, we're doing our sound bowl stuff together.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Right. So the only other thing just before we go is I would really, really, really massively appreciate it, because you are the first ones through this program, if you wouldn't mind writing us a little testimonial, because it makes such a huge difference for us going forward. So if I send you a little template with some questions on, would you mind just answering them and just saying about your experience and what you've received and all of that? That would be absolutely like next level incredible. And if you want to just say like who you are and what you do, like the services that you provide and stuff like that, I'm totally happy to kind of promote that and put that in the group for you as well, because it's supporting everyone. So yeah, that would be really, really helpful. So I'll email you all or message you all on Messenger. Please, the WhatsApp group is there and it's not going in anywhere. Please share with us what comes up for you in the coming few weeks. you know, and your experiences with the angels, and keep sharing in the way that you do, because it's so beautiful to see, you know, how your journey's going and the transformation that you're going through as well. We are going to be putting, like we said, another masterclass for you in the training portal thing. That's going to be about how to work with the archangels specifically during healing sessions, and how to work with them with clients. So that is going to be coming as well in the next, like around the end of May. So yeah, let me know if there's any questions or anything. Just reach out to us.
Any questions about the archangels as well, fire them in and get back to you on that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, you're so welcome. You're all so welcome. And you know, we definitely want to stay in touch with you all, because it's so important, like, you know, for us all to come together as light workers and to have community as well. So really looking forward to seeing how your journey unfolds and the amazing things you're doing.
We will be having some events here, won't we, Amy?
Yeah,
so there will be
in-house here. You'll see as they come out. Yeah,
so just keep your eye open what's coming up, and we'd love to see you all again. We really would.
Yeah. Okay, love you all. Big hug. Big
Big hugs.
All right, take care, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
again.
Bye.